Hi, I'm Sunny Bottoms, and this is Between Two Legs. Today, my guest is Dr. Justin Klepeczka.
Klepeczka.
No, that can't be right. Have you seen how it's spelled?
It's spelled weird.
Okay.
It's spelled weird.
I don't think that's right, but that's okay. We'll talk about that later.
That's what Daddy said.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to listen to Daddy, I guess. Today, we are at the Northeast Rice Research and Extension Center. Did I get that correct?
That's right.
Because it's a mouthful. I know where I am. I just wanted to make sure that was right. And so you've recently started here. When did you start with the experiment station?
Yeah, so I started here in January after, I guess, about 3.5 years spent in Missouri. Mm-hmm. Moved a whole 45 miles to a different house and kind of started over here. So.
Great. Well, we're glad to have you in the state. I've known you for a few years, and you were a county agent at one time, and so kind of got to know you at that point in time. Yeah. So tell me, what are some of the things you're working on here at the station?
Okay, yeah. So we're standing in front of one of our research trials here. This is a fertile rice field behind us that we just started to fertilize last week. One of the main things that we've been working on the past several years in Missouri and now translating into Arkansas is looking at seeding rate in row rice. So looking at several different varieties and hybrids, mm-hmm. and seeing how we need to vary the seeding rate on different sections of the field.
Okay. So in row rice, varying, like using a variable rate planter and planting different seeding rates at the top versus the bottom of the field. Okay, yes. That's really interesting because that's something I haven't really thought about.
Yeah, so we do it the small plot way.
Mm-hmm.
We've started to try to put a little bit on farm, but we've actually seen that increasing the seeding rate at the top of the field or decreasing at the bottom is kind of beneficial.
Oh, that's really interesting. What are some other projects you're working on here?
Yeah, so another trial that we've got here is our nitrogen trials that we've got. And so we did a lot of work when I was in graduate school, Dr. Harkey, Trent Roberts, and myself working on nitrogen in hybrids across the fertile environment. However, we have not looked at inbred varieties so much. So this year we're starting some trials. We've got CL18, we've got DG263, looking at different nitrogen management ways on that, kind of looking at the programs that we had that looked best in hybrids, as well as a couple others to see if we need to change that when we're looking at the inbreds.
Yeah, because I think for years it was done on inbreds, and then hybrids came along, and so then the focus kind of went there. But we've got newer inbreds that are higher yielding and things like that, so we need to know.
Exactly. Yeah, we've got we generally push the hybrids more in this environment for a couple of reasons, but there's certainly a lot of people that are wanting to grow inbreds for a variety of reasons, and we want to be able to provide information to tell you how to do that.
That's great. That's good information to have. We look forward to hearing those reports. What are something that you can talk about today, like nitrogen related, that's going to be pertinent in these next couple of weeks?
Yeah, so looking at nitrogen, for now it's pretty much a recommendation whether you're looking at varieties or hybrids. Mm-hmm. So our clay soils, we saw, pretty clearly, regardless of what site we went to, that there was a three-way split that did best for us. Okay. So looking at if you put 75 units of nitrogen up front, so 160 pounds of urea up front, so V5 to V6. I like to push it a little later to start out than flood rice. Okay. Just so it's got a little more size. It's kind of that last DD50 recommended window. If you look at the DD50, that last date is really when we like to push starting it. So putting 75 units up front, coming back approximately 2 weeks later with another 75 units, then 1 week to 10 days after that with 46 units.
Okay, so just 100 pounds to finish it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yes, you're looking at about 100 pounds of urea more than what we would generally recommend in flooded rice, but we've shown significant yield increase by doing that on the clay soils.
That's really good. What about on silt loam? Is there any differences?
Yeah, so silt loam, we've seen there's really a lot of programs that can work just as well. You're generally looking at a little more of a yield drop on your silt loam soils and fertile rice, just due to the fact that it's not holding much water and that kind of thing. But really, the one that I like to recommend is 3 shots of 100 pounds of urea.
Okay, so that's where that 3 shots comes in. That's something I was familiar with. Okay.
Yes, and that's something that's very easy to remember. Mm-hmm. It works just as well as if you try to split it up, 33%, or whatever you want to do. 3 shots of 100 pounds of urea. We always want to make sure to put Agritane on any application that we're putting in fertile irrigated rice. If you have a way of splitting it up, obviously the Agritane is pointless if you're putting it on the bottom where it's flooded.
Right.
But there's, you're not really going to try to split that up. It's
exactly
kind of, I guess, cost ineffective and logistically kind of hard to do. But Agritane, we're always putting that on these shots.
Well, Justin, thank you so much. That's really good information. And any of the growers in this area, actually in the whole state, have any questions about any agronomic questions, I have a feeling you're going to be a very good addition to our state, and I look forward to seeing your research. So they should give you a call if they have any questions.
Yeah, well, I'm blessed to be here, and I hope that I'm here for years to come.
Good deal. All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sonny.